What's going on, guys? So I just want to say, listen, you guys did super well at the class today. Julian, Nelson, and Tally. I was really impressed with the effort. So training with clients does a few things, right? It shows that one, you practice what you preach. It shows the level of effort that it takes to reach a certain standard, and it makes people feel like they're part of something, right? In terms of leadership, nobody likes when a leader's up here and you feel down here and you're just like being either told what to do or just being pushed on what to do. So this puts everybody at the same level. It's like, listen, if Nelson can suffer like this, so can I, right? And Nelson's not trying to lose weight, but I am maybe going to push a little harder. So what it does is really, it just pushes everybody to the next level, right? So that was a conditioning class, which I was super happy with the effort from everybody. Everybody pushed really hard. Even though it was a little bit full, it went super well. What I want to do is just go over, tomorrow I'm going to coach a strength class, and I want to go over some of the differences in strength versus conditioning and the way I coach it, okay? So for the metabolic, I make sure that at the beginning, everybody knows all the exercises and everybody is okay with their grouping, okay? So I try and pair everybody up so that it's equal strengths and equal weaknesses, okay? It's a little hard, but you have to eyeball it. And then I explain everything thoroughly, make sure everybody knows what it is, and the exercises shouldn't be as complicated or technique-based. The reason is we're going for time and for speed, and we don't want anything that's compromising, right? So we're not going to have a bench press that's going to be for time or heavy deadlifts for time. So that it does two things. One, it allows people to push a lot harder without getting injured, okay? And then two, as a coach, it allows me to focus on I focus on pushing people and for time. So I yell a lot more. I raise my voice a lot more. The music is louder, okay? And I'm really calling people out. I'm looking at how hard they push and if they're out of breath, right? I'm going for speed. I'm going for time. I'm trying to shave off seconds off like a rower or a skier, things like that, right? And I'm making sure that within the group, they're pushing each other. So within the group, I want one person that's really strong in terms of conditioning, and they're going to lead within the group. So the music is louder, like I said, and then the music is something that's going to keep not necessarily keep people upbeat, because it can be different style of songs. Like I played with today, it has to be something that you really like as a coach. So not the coaches in during the class, but me as a coach, because people are going to follow my energy and my lead. So if they're following my lead, I want something that's going to make me in a good mood and make me push people. Okay, so we're focusing again on speed, on pushing people, making sure people are out of breath, and setting that tone. Okay. And now in terms of strength, so what you'll see tomorrow is we're going to do a strength class. So a few things that you'll notice, I'm going to start the class the same, pair people up, go through the exercises, but I want to make sure everybody knows what to do. And I'm going to tell them, listen, the first lift out of the grouping is the most important. You want to go the heaviest and you want to start it there. Okay, you focus on form and focus on how heavy you're going. And then what I'll do is you'll see tomorrow, the music won't quite be as loud. It'll be a little lower because I'm coaching now, as opposed to yelling and motivating. Okay, now I'm coaching. I'm coaching on technique, form, and weight. So it'll be a little bit more somber. It'll be a little bit more low key, right? The roof's not coming off the building, and it's supposed to be like that, because you want to make sure that people are going heavy. If they go heavy on a bench press or a deadlift or a squat, they're going to be just as tired as conditioning, but in a different way, which is what I want to emphasize, because I want them to know the difference as well. Okay, so I'm going to focus on form. I'm going to be a lot more critical of the form and not so critical about how fast they're going or how many reps they're doing. So I don't mind if you fail out for going too heavy, but I want to make sure that you have the proper form and that you're comfortable doing it. Okay, so those are just a couple of differences that you'll see with the strength versus conditioning. And then what is important for the strength, like I explained last week during the meeting, when coaching, especially form, if somebody has a really bad form, we invoke something that's like positive, negative. So find something good again, and then, okay, let's work on this. Okay, so let's say we're doing a squat. Okay, good, your eyes are forward. Good, your shoulders are back. Perfect. Now let's push the hips back a little bit more. So they feel good. Okay, I'm doing this right. Okay, let's work on this. As opposed to just being very critical of people, and then they'll leave the class and they won't feel too great about themselves. Okay, and then it's another reason why at the end. So strength is a lot more individual, right? So it's team in the sense that you might be spotting each other, but it's a lot more individual in terms of like how much you're lifting, and it's like you might set your own PR. So we still want to bring people together at the beginning to show all the exercise, and at the end to finish strong. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily have to be the same. If we're doing a push day, the finisher doesn't have to be push. It can be a general conditioning because it's to get the mood up. It's to get everybody finishing on a high note. It's to get everybody high-fiving and feeling great about themselves. Okay, so hopefully this helps in terms of what differentiating strength versus conditioning, different coaching styles. So you'll see that tomorrow, and we'll talk tomorrow.